Gunslinger here. We're talking about the Mossy woodland Bowie. It's a big knife. I mean, here's a one I found out in the woods, and to compare it to that probably was handmade and stuff. The handle, there, there we go. Just for size comparison, and that one's I don't know what's going on with that one. But it's like I said, it's a big blade. I mean, here's one, two of my big old meaty hands. Okay, and it's the blade. So I can see why a lot of people. Okay, then this is just a woodland Bowie. I've had it for about a year now. It's a brass guard full tang. Goes all the way from the tip. The material for the blade goes all the way from the tip to the very end of the pommel. Wood handles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins in it. Stainless steel blade. Has a nice Mossy Oak logo. Sorry, I had to catch my breath there. I've accumulated some edge damage. Like I said, I've been using this one. Yeah, I can see. There it is. See, there's just some minor edge damage. Nothing. Like I said, I've been trying to abuse this same seafood break because I paid $20 for it for this purpose. Purpose. The hell's purpose mean? But for $20, I got what people say you pay for what you get, and well, I got a better deal than what I got. Let's just say this, and this was not on a cutback or anything. It came with a leather sleeve, something like that. Brass, good wood. Like I said, I've chopped wood with this, trees, limbs, not full size trees, but about as big as around as my arm, the most, and it's still no gaps, no nothing. A little paint on it. Sharp as I haven't sharpened this in about a week, and I've used it to cut things. It's just a piece of leather, pretty, pretty decent sized leather thickness. Okay, so it stays sharp pretty well. It has it very nice. It doesn't take very long to sharpen if you know what you're doing. I've done no work to the edge whatsoever. This is from the box. All I've done is sharpen it a few times, and that's it. As you can tell, I've sharpened it. No edge work, nothing. Just sharpening it. And then taking a piece of leather and just basically doing this to it. Just like the barbers used to do, and it's a very nice blade. I'd give it an 89 out of 100 to use in an apocalypse because like I said, I could use it to clear brush, split logs with small logs with for fire, uh, get tendering with, and then use it if I had to for combat because Jim Bowie designed this type of blade not for as a tool, but as a weapon. It was a fighting blade. And if anyone knows who Jim Bowie is, he was a fighter. So that he's got nice. Everything's aligned. There's no bending to it. I almost cut my finger just on that. So my other hand came out of there really quickly. And Mossy Oak did a very nice job. It starts off kind of like an axe grind. And then it comes down to a very like almost sword. Just most people would call it a sword edge, but it's whatever it is. It's very whatever the actual technical term for is. I don't really know. I don't really care. I just know it's sharp and it stays sharp and it holds an edge very well. It works. Uh, it allows it even if it's dull or something, you can still chop, and that point does allow it to stab. If y'all remember, I was using this blade to compare it to a katana in I think I called it wood Bowie versus katana, and it was doing about the same amount of damage as that katana. Of course, by then I didn't have no knowledge. I have even to this day, still very little knowledge of how to use a katana to its max efficiency, which most survivors, if the world just ended, would probably have. There would probably be very few and far between people that actually know how to use the katana. They would probably be more using machetes and stuff like this and firearms or other blades like that. So this as your sidearm main blade, you could use it for a wider variety of stuff. You can even choke. You can choke up on it. It protects even my big old meaty thumb pretty well from slide downs, hands. Here, let me try to demonstrate this. See, slide down, it stops, and this other one is sharp too. Ooh, and even. But also, here's another one that like I said, someone forged this for somebody else, and then left and they dropped it or something in the woods. Look how thin that is compared to that. I mean, here's the edge. I mean, this one, a lot of bend. I wouldn't probably want to stab someone with that because I'm afraid it would break. This one has a little bend, so I could stab someone very effectively. I mean, there's no warpage or anything like that to it. After I do that, it sits perfectly in the sheath. The sheath has dual buttons on it, so you're not going to lose it as easily as most knives. If something happens, say one of these do break, you still have the other one. If you face them the same way, you can get it out. Just click, draw, pretty effectively, pretty quickly. I have done that many a times, and then thrown it and other stuff, stabbed it, just other things. But if you like this video, leave a like, comment, share it as much as possible, so we can get this channel building, so we can get to more other things, so we can get maybe some companies just sending this stuff out to look at us and stuff. In the next video, we'll learn how to deball your muzzleloader if that's what you choose to use, and then we'll look at more some other guns a gun that someone else has asked me to do a review that I actually do have after that, and how to do all the stuff. Do my honest review on that one. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye, everyone.